bom dia pessoal. Welcome good people to yet another episode here on Strictly Flying. Also welcome to the wonderful city of São Paulo here in Brazil. Currently we are in the domestic terminal and we are heading over to the international terminal to check in for our flight to Amsterdam with KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. So I have just arrived on a domestic flight from the city of Fortaleza with Gol Airlines on their Boeing 737 MAX. There is a flight report for that flight as well. If you want to check that out, I leave a card up here in the right hand corner. Also, you can find a link for that trip report in the description below. All of my bags have been checked into their final destination, so we don't need to be messing about here in the baggage claim. We're gonna head straight out the exit and over to the international terminal. Now here in Guarulhos International Airport, which is South America's largest and busiest airport, the domestic terminal and the international terminal are actually on the opposite sides of each other, and unfortunately we need to do some serious walking. Today, however, we do have an 8-hour layover and there's no real point in heading over to the departures hall just yet, as KLM, they haven't even opened up their check-in. So instead we're gonna head over to my favorite pit stop here at this airport, and that is TGI Fridays. Let's head over there and get some cold beers and something to eat. So, 8 hours later and we have boarded our aircraft. Now please guys, keep in mind that I got up at 4 o'clock this morning and I'm just totally exhausted. And that is also the reason why I didn't document any of the check-in area or the boarding or even in the lounge. I didn't even go to the lounge as I was sitting at TGI Fridays and probably had a few too many beers. And that is also probably the reason why I'm kind of exhausted. Anyways guys, there is another flight report. There are actually several. I'm gonna leave a card up in the top right hand corner. If you want to check out that, it will show you a little bit about the departure hall and the lounge here at Guarulhos International Airport. So if you want to check out that, click on the card and I'll also leave a link in the description below.
Dear passengers, my name is Jiro Stein and I'm your senior purser on this flight. Our purser in economy class is Monique van der Linden. Once again, welcome on board on this service to Amsterdam, and we'd like to extend a special welcome to our Flying Blue and Sky team members. In a couple of moments, we'll show you a video about the safety procedures on this flight. And in addition to the demonstration of the oxygen mask in this video, you have to remove your personal protective face mask first before placing the provided oxygen mask over your nose and mouth. We also like to draw your attention to the fact that it's not allowed to take pictures or film our crew and passengers without their permission. This is due to the fact that it violates privacy regulations.
So on this flight I am seated in the economy comfort section in row 11J, which offers a lot more legroom and a little bit more recline on the seats. However, it doesn't really matter these days, as this flight, as most of the flights during this pandemic, are virtually empty. On this flight, I'm guessing around 40 to 50 passengers on this 777-300 aircraft. Lots of room, and later on this flight I actually lay down and slept most of the duration of the flight in the middle row. There is another issue here. These night flights are really hard to document and get any good filming. As you can see in the window, there's a lot of reflection, and I do my best, to try and show you some good footage. However, in these night flights, it becomes quite challenging. Anyways, we are starting up the engines. This is my favorite part. These engines are just amazing, and I'll just love the sound and the noise these engines makes when they start up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board of this flight. While we are in the middle of this authentic Royal Delft pottery, we would like to explain the safety information on board of your KLM flight through the fine art of Delft blue. Please pay attention to every detail. For your safety, make sure your carry-on luggage is stowed during taxi, takeoff and landing. Small electronic devices may be used at all times when set in airplane mode and secured in your hand or pocket. If you lose your electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and call a crew member. Larger devices, such as laptops, should be stowed during taxi, takeoff and landing, either in an overhead bin or in a bag under the seat in front of you. Once the fasten seatbelt sign is off, you may use these devices when set to airplane mode. This is a non-smoking flight. This means smoking on board the aircraft is not allowed. This includes the use of electronic cigarettes. Whenever the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt must be fastened. For your own safety, keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during the flight, even when the seatbelt sign is switched off. To release the seatbelt, just lift the buckle. If there is a sudden decrease in cabin pressure, your oxygen mask will drop automatically in front of you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Make sure your own mask is well adjusted before helping others. Should we have to evacuate the aircraft over water, there is a life vest
Cabin crew, take your seats.
located under your seat or under the center armrest. Open the bag and remove the vest. Place it over your head and pull the strap tightly around your waist. When you're outside the aircraft, inflate your life vest by pulling the red tag. The life vest can be refilled using the mouthpiece. Contact with water will automatically switch on the light. Emergency exits are located on each side of the cabin, at the front, in the center and at the rear. In the unlikely event of an emergency evacuation, follow the illuminated escape path to the nearest exit. Leave all your carry-on luggage behind and follow the instructions of the crew. Please take a moment now to locate the nearest emergency exit. Be aware, the exit may be behind you. It's almost time for the final cabin check. Please make sure that your tray table and video screen have been stowed away, that the back of your seat is in the upright position, and that your headrest has been pushed down. We encourage everyone to read the safety on board card located near your seat. At KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we care about every little detail of your flight safety. If you have any questions, our cabin crew is here to help you. Thank you for your attention. On behalf of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we wish you a very pleasant flight.
So, shortly after takeoff, I wanted to experiment a little bit with my GoPro camera, and I was trying to do some time-lapse footage out the window. However, you can see the results aren't that great. Also, while shooting this time-lapse footage, I actually just passed out. I was so exhausted and I just couldn't keep my eyes open anymore, and I actually slept 4 to 5 hours, and the cabin crew, they didn't wake me up for the dinner service, so I didn't get to document that. However, if you head over to my channel, there are several trip reports already on my channel of this exact flight, both from São Paulo to Amsterdam and Amsterdam to São Paulo on the 777. So if you want a more detailed trip report, head over to my channel and you can check out my other videos over there.
As additional screening for your connecting flight is required. Gate numbers and boarding time mentioned on your boarding card may have changed. Please check the television screens in the terminal building to make sure the information is still correct. The gate of your next flight will close 15 minutes before departure. Passengers who arrive later will not be permitted on the flight. And if you do not have a boarding card for your connecting flight, you're kindly requested to report to one of the self-service transfer machines in the transfer area.
So here we are, about 15 minutes from arriving in Amsterdam and Schiphol International Airport. Now guys, I know this hasn't been my most detailed trip report, however, I hope you enjoyed this video regardless. These night flights, usually I'm just totally exhausted, and not only that, during the night it's really hard to film and get some good quality footage anyways. So I hope you enjoyed this video guys. I'm gonna leave you guys now with this beautiful landing here in Amsterdam. As always, if you did enjoy my video, a thumbs up would be amazing, and of course if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. That would be fantastic. I do appreciate all of your support for everyone that has subscribed so far. With that, guys, be safe. I hope I'll see you again very soon on yet another flight here on Strictly Flying. Take care guys. Bye bye.